Okay, I am making a video of me doing a diabetic infusion set from Medtronic. It is a little device attached with a cord. I'm sure you've seen other videos if you're on YouTube. This is Medtronic. It's a Mini-Med Paradigm 722. I'm making the video not for as an instructional thing or anything. I'm only making it so that my friends and family can see what it is when I say that I am doing an infusion set. An infusion set is how it goes in me. How I make this insulin pump, which is just that. It pumps insulin through the tube and into me slowly. So it makes it go inside of me. So what is an infusion set? I'm going to do my best to do it as fast as possible. This is the tubing, the cannula, the steel thing that goes inside of me. The reservoir is right here, which this gets connected to that, and it goes inside of here, filled with fresh insulin. You got to replace it every 3 days. This is the device that gets it inside of me. I call it the popper. The insulin and skin tack wipes. So the alternatives to doing this would, of course, be a needle. I used to do these 5 to 6 times every day. I absolutely despise them. I can't stand them. It's just a pain. Then you also have to carry your insulin with you in separate bottles. You got to worry about it breaking. You got to worry about it going bad. You got to worry about this. You got to worry about that. You got to worry about carrying needles on you, which is really uncomfortable. With this, I want to go to Burger King. I count the carbohydrates. I pump it in. Done. Easy. And it's not as embarrassing as trying to carry a needle around. You know, waiting room at Burger King with a needle, not so good. Going into the bathroom, even worse. I can do this right at the table. Put it in. Go. Or act, actually. And I get my insulin. Okay, so here's step 1. Step 1 be to remove it. You remove the tubing itself. That's the reservoir. And you got to rewind it because it's been pumping for the past 3 days to push forward, so it pumps insulin. So now I have to rewind it. While that's rewinding, I am going to fill up another reservoir. You also have to kind of do it fast because while that's off and not pumping in insulin inside of me, I'm not getting insulin. And an insulin pump 24 hours a day is pumping insulin. So if it's not on, I'm not getting my insulin. When you get a needle, you get a massive amount of insulin to cover you from a set period of time. Fast-acting and slow-acting insulin. Some of them work about 24 hours, even less. And some of them are working just for a few hours. The few-hour one would cover, of course, as everybody knows, your meal. And the long term would be your just a little bit that you need all the time. Because no matter what, we need insulin to survive, even if we're not eating food. So, I fill the reservoir. Got to get the air bubbles out. I like to use a white Bic pen. I don't know why. I've been on an insulin pump for about 2 years now. It'll be 3 years this July. My wife started it. She started talking to me about it, and I wasn't really too into it at the time. I was kind of nervous. I didn't want to do it. I was always on a needle. I was kind of scared. Plus, at the time, it was $5,800, and it wasn't fully covered under insurance. But I started going through. I didn't feel my low blood sugars anymore, so I got scared, and I said I need a way to help give me insulin slowly all the time. So I was willing to give this a shot, and I did, and I don't want to go back to a needle anymore. My daughter, this past summer, got diagnosed with type 1, Marie, and Marie is on needles right now, and we're going to be going next month to talk to the doctors about getting her the pump. There's a certain protocol they have to take, so we have to follow their rules and the way they do it and the timelines that they give, so we're doing as they say. I would have started her pump right away, but couldn't. Okay, so that's filled. It's a little safety cap in case if I want to take it off and go swimming and I don't want to get dirt inside and stuff like that. It's winter time. Pool's closed. I'm not going to be swimming anytime soon. I don't really keep them. I used to keep them. I had a whole bunch of them at one point. I don't know why I had them. I don't know why I kept them. I had so many of them. I never threw them away. I got rid of them. You only need one, right? I had some in the car. I had them in my cabinet, my medicine cabinet. I had them in my sock drawer. They were everywhere. Okay, I like to use this that my tubing came into for the next step, because where else would I put it? I have to now get the insulin through the tubing and right down to the very end so that when it goes inside of me, I will have insulin instantly going in me slowly, just as it should have. I like to hold it low because of, I am trying to get air out and bubbles out, so I don't know if it helps. I don't care. This is just what I do. There's some people are going to watch this and say, oh, no, you did this wrong. I do it like this. I always did it. But I'm only doing this for my friends and my family on Facebook. Putting it on YouTube to show the people that I want to see. So I know I might not do it the way you do it. I might not do it the way you were told. You should do it exactly the way you were told. And I used to do exactly how I was told. Now I do it this way. There's nothing wrong with this way. I get my insulin and everything is fine thus far. Okay, so the insulin is through. Next would be to put this inside of my little popper. Again, this is what brings the needle, it's called a cannula, inside of me. The cannula is on the inside of a plastic tubing, much like an IV, only this doesn't go into a blood vessel. This goes into a vein. This goes into your skin. So once you put it all in, then you take out the needle part, the steel part, and what's left is the plastic thing inside of you. And I'll show you that in a second. That's the safety on it. I don't know if you can see inside of there. I hope you can. But there's a needle and a plastic piece inside of there. Now what I do, sorry, I have to take my shirt off. Again, it's how I do it. Also, I always take a shower right before I do this. And I shave my area of skin. Because, I want it to be clean and no hair to get stuck. Next, I put this stuff. It's skin tack. I put this. It's kind of like alcohol, only it's a little bit sticky. I put this on the area it's going to go. Right now I'm going to do it right there. Now it's starting to get sticky. See that? It's really cool. Then after a while the stickiness goes away. So next step would be to get my popper, which is all being held in. Okay, so it's inside of me now, and you see that blue thing. So right now is the plastic piece that's inside of me. I hit fixed prime. This will get that little bit of extra insulin that I need inside of me of the 0.5 units. This is how much insulin that was at the end of the cannula that wasn't in me. So as soon as 0.5 gets pushed forward to get that little bit of air out, what will be going inside of me will be insulin, instantly right after that. So, this is the old one. This is exactly what this will look like in 3 days. A little plastic thing. Can you see it? Let me see if I can keep my phone up against it. Hope you can see it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope it answered any of my family and friends' questions. Anyway, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.